Hi out there in FlossTube land. This is Tina Frazier coming to you from Columbus, Ohio. Today is Sunday, July 26th at approximately 4:40 p.m. Eastern Time, and I'm coming to you with a stitching cross-stitch update. You have reached my channel. This is a channel about cross-stitching, diamond painting, crafting, hobbies, and ghost hunting. If you're here for the first time, I welcome you. If you are a returning subscriber or a returning viewer, welcome. I hope you find something useful out of this video, and I have some updates for you today. I don't have any new haul, but I do have some stitchy updates and some other information to share with you, so I will get to it. I don't know how long this video is going to be, but everything's going good. We are staying home, we are staying healthy, we are wearing our masks in public because Ohio now, the entire state, is under a mandatory mask requirement thanks to Governor DeWine, and hopefully it will help slow the increasing spread of COVID-19 in our state. Columbus is on the national watch list for the cases of coronavirus that have been coming up recently, so everybody is looking at our state. It's not looking good for us. I wouldn't be surprised if we get shut down again. But anyway, so enough of that, all that information. So, this month in WIPGO, I will show you my WIPGO board. In WIPGO, I happened to get one of my old WIPs selected for WIPGO. So let me get to my WIPGO board. It's in my planner here. So here is my WIPGO board for 2020. The one that came up is number 5, which you can see is filled in, and number 8 right here. So number 5 for me this month was MLI's Santa of the Forest. And number 8 is work on any project, WIP or new start using silks, overdyes, or silky threads. So I wasn't expecting to do both boxes this month, and my goal on Santa of the Forest is 1,000 stitches. So I completed the box on July 19th. So last Sunday, I completed the box last Sunday. Right? No. Yes, last Sunday. I completed the box last Sunday. I finished I didn't finish it, but I completed my 1,000 stitches on Santa of the Forest. I actually completed 1,048 stitches on it, working in the beard area of Santa of the Forest. So, I will insert my starting picture of Santa of the Forest either in the corner, if I can figure out how to do that, or here for you. So this is my starting picture of Santa of the Forest. Okay, so Santa of the Forest, this is where I got. It's still my scroll frame, even though I put it away. Bear with me. Alright, so as you can see, I got some of the green over here, and I got a good chunk of the lower part of his beard closest to the bear's head. So that is 1,048 stitches right in that area right there. So I'm going to put him away for a little while. But anyway, this is my Santa of the Forest by MLI. I cannot tell you the color of fabric that I have put him on, because I started this like 10 years ago or more, and it was a hand-dyed fabric that I purchased at my local needlework shop, Cross My Heart. I do not remember the company that the linen came from, nor do I remember the color. So it is just kind of a dark evergreen hand-dyed fabric. I have no idea what kind it is. But anyway, so there is where I got to for WIPGO for July. I was really excited to finish this. I was really excited to get my 1,000 stitches in so I could color in my block for WIPGO. Yay. So that is a very happy thing for me. Let me pause for a minute. I have to look up something on my phone. Hi, so sorry about that. My next topic that I was going to talk to you about, I was going to show you a picture on my phone of this piece. You've heard me talk about it on recent FlossTube episodes, but I don't know where my phone is, and I don't have the picture on my tablet. So I will insert a picture of my next piece here. Okay, so hopefully I found the picture and I was able to insert it. You've heard me talk about epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. So because I finished my 1,000 stitches on Santa of the Forest on Monday night, I got to start epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. So that being said, I can show you really quick pattern keeper. So I can show you sort of the So here it is in pattern keeper. You can see up here in this corner, this is page 1, you guys. I have over 500 stitches on this on page 1, and this is all I was able to stitch. So you can't see the thing, but I got 500 stitches on page 1 this week so far. I worked on it, I think, 3 nights this week, but I did start it, so that is good. And the reason why I started it on Monday night is because it was July 20th. Those of you, I believe it's Stitch Mania. Let me double check that. The Facebook group Stitch Mania. Stitch Mania. Every year they start a Facebook event for their group in Stitch Mania, and it's called the Year of Starts. So every month on that date that matches the year, so this year is 2020. So every month on the 20th of the month, they have Year of Starts. So you know, people in Stitch Mania start something new on the 20th of each month. Next month it moves to the 21st. Well, because Monday was the 20th and I had finished my WIPGO block and was able to block it out for, you know, working towards bingo on my WIPGO board finally, I went ahead and started Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. So in this piece, I'm actually really excited. I am working on it 1 thread over 1 on a piece of 40 count linen. Yes, I'm doing 40 count. I'm having to use magnifiers, but I am doing 40 count linen, and I have that piece over here. You may remember several videos back, I was gridding my fabric for this, you guys. So you might be able to see some of the gridding in green up here, but there is my start, my 500 and some stitch start on Where's Waldo, Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. This is my first epic Pokemon piece, but yeah, there's about 500 stitches in there, thereabouts. It's crazy. It's over 1, and I am parking. I need to do what Michelle Bendy Stitchy is doing with her Contessa piece. She's doing this octopus lady Contessa with squid piece from Heaven and Earth Designs. She is doing diagonal parking, where she takes squares of 10 and does that. I'm going to have to probably fill in. You can't see it very closely, but I'm going to have to fill in this stuff here and kind of do the diagonal thing that she's doing, the 10 by 10 diagonal with parking. I think that'll work a lot easier for me. This is a huge piece, you guys. The Epic Pokemon piece starts, keep in mind this is over 1, starts right here, right? Goes to right here. 798 stitches wide. 798 stitches wide by 1,000 stitches long. So I have basically one complete block of 100 stitches, pretty well finished up in this thing. Each one of these blocks here, right here, each one of these blocks is 100 stitches, you guys. So you can see the tiny blocks. Hopefully I can't see through the fabric, but every one of those tiny blocks is 100 stitches. So you can imagine, this isn't even, I haven't even gridded a full page yet, you guys. So this isn't even a full page, I don't believe, of gridding here. But yeah, really excited to start this. So this is my new start for this month. It is the Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon. When I get to Waldo, I have a plan of stitching him, or at least stitching the white that he's wearing, with glow-in-the-dark thread. So that way when the lights are off, you can see where Waldo's at. So that is my goal with the Epic Where's Waldo Pokemon, and here's my start. I'm excited for it. This is just a needle minder that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It was Little Charm, and I added a magnet to the back of it. It's a little thing that says Happy Thoughts. I can take it off for you. Bear with me. You can see the scroll frame is pretty big, but anyway. So this is just a little charm that I picked up at Hobby Lobby. It's called Happy Thoughts. So I just put a little, I used E6000 and put a magnet on the back. And then I had a yellow flower button that I put another magnet on the back. So it'll stick to the fabric and hold my needles. After I stitch some tonight, on my next project that I'll talk about, I'm hoping this coming week, to get some more done on Where's Waldo Epic Pokemon, and hopefully that'll be it. I think this is a piece of antique white 40 count linen, but yeah, I'm doing it on 40 count 1/1 tent stitch. So these aren't full cross stitches, because I think one thread full cross stitch on this 40 count is going to be way too bulky. So I'm just doing it 10 stitch. It's going fast too. If you've never tried tent stitch goes very fast. But this is my Epic Pokemon. And I don't know. Oh, that's all the just extra little threads over here. These are just the extra sulky threads. I'm using sulky holographic metallic thread to grid my fabric, just because it's easier. There's a lot of people doing Heaven and Earth Designs and other full coverage projects where they grid their project to keep track. And I have gridded, or at least started the gridding on this, so I can actually make a start. I'll probably grid as I go along, unless I find out I don't really need it. But I'm also not doing extreme cross-country stitching, which is doing one color for the entire pattern. I'm not doing that on this because it's so spread out and it's so large. I am doing not extreme cross-country. I'm doing it basically section by section, page by page. I'll probably finish a page and go along. And because I've got the gridding across the top here, I'm probably going to go across the top and then go down to the next section and then go across. Although I may just decide to do Pokemon as they pop up and finish them as they pop up, so I'm not creating seam lines in it, but I don't know. Anyway, but this here is my start right up here for Epic. Where's Waldo Pokemon? Where's Tina? I'm right here. Hi. All right. So that is my new start for this week. And yes, it is very tall. It is very tall. So, this weekend, those of you that are in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Facebook group, this weekend, starting Friday, 2 days ago, is the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch July Marathon. The group started a couple years back. Two ladies decided that they wanted a challenge and they wanted to stitch for 24 hours straight in a row. So they came up with this Facebook group, the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch, and they got together with a bunch of other people who decided they wanted to join in. And they started on a Friday and went until Saturday for 24 hours straight. And everybody logged their progress and talked about it. There were some people in the group that decided that, they wanted to try it, but they realized that sleep meant too much to them. So they kind of formed into groups. There's Team Sleep. I think it's Team Stitch is the other one. I am Team Sleep, hashtag Team Sleep, because, I'm just doing it over the weekend. Anyway, so after that first weekend, they decided that they would stretch it over an entire weekend and just call it a 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Marathon, where starting anytime after midnight Thursday night to midnight Sunday night, you could log with everybody else. You could log at least 24 hours of stitching time on your projects. And you would be considered, a great 24 hours of cross stitch person. And they'd pick a weekend every quarter, I believe. So the next one is in November. So this one's July. Yeah, so the next one's in November. And I'll have to look up the dates. Actually, let me look up the date for you now. I might have it in here. So, no, I don't have it. Oh, yes, I do. It's November 6th, November 7th, and November 8th. That's the next 24 Hours of Cross Stitch Marathon. But this weekend, the marathon ends tonight. And my second WIPGO square is to stitch on a new start or a WIP, work in progress, that uses overdyeds, silks, or sulky threads, any specialty threads. So, a few months back on Easter, I started the More Chocolate Bunnies by Hands On Design. So, those of you've seen this. Stephanie from Just Keep Stitching has stitched it. You've probably seen many people stitching it. But this is Hands On Design, More Chocolate Bunnies. I started stitching this on Easter. And I had Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. I had all the words done. So I decided that since I'm using the sulky thread pack for this, that I would kill two birds with one stone, so to speak, and get some stitching in on my WIPGO box and participate in the 24 Hours of Cross Stitch by stitching on this to start off with. So I will insert a picture of where I started on Friday when I started stitching after work finally here. Okay, so I stitched some on Friday night. I stitched a couple hundred stitches Friday night and a couple hundred more stitches yesterday. And this so far is where I've gotten. So, this is where I've gotten. So, before I started on Friday, I had Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. I had the words done. So, Friday night, I came in and I added all the green weeds. I'm not sure what they're calling these, but all the green motifs, the dark green motifs here. And I started in on the orange border that's right here. You can't really see it here in the light. And then on Saturday, I stitched the rest of the orange border and the light green motifs in here, and these first two small bunnies right here. Okay. When I got up this morning, I picked it back up and I started this bunny, and I got up to here. Here's his head is right here and his first ear. So, life needs more chocolate bunnies. So that is where I'm at in this. I have to do the bottom row of carrot tops and carrots. So yes, I'm actually doing it as it's stitched. I'm not leaving any of the motifs and stuff out. And this is using the sulky floss. Here's two of the colors. One of the things I am doing, the bunnies, their bunny noses are done in the same white or off-white. It's this kind of off-white color here. It's charted in the white, which is also their feet. And you get these buttons here. You get these buttons here to use as their tails in the kit. But I am not doing their noses in the white. I will instead be doing their noses in the same pink of the more thing, because I just think they'll look super cute with pink noses, especially with those little white buttons as tails. So like the tails will go, you know, here and here and here on the bunnies. But yeah, this life needs more chocolate bunnies, and I'm going to be doing the noses in the pink. That's goes right here. Kind of reminds me of watermelon color. This is a little dark in the video than it actually is, but it's pretty pink. So, yeah, once I get the stitching up here done, I don't know that I'll attach the buttons until I get the stitching down here done. But anyway, that's Life Needs More Chocolate Bunnies. This is a piece of mushroom 28 count even weave that I just got at like Hobby Lobby or Joann's. It's the basic kind of brownish, tannish, basic fabric that you can get there. 28 count even weave, Hobby Lobby, Michael's, Joann's, whatever. This is just a piece that I had sitting around, and when I wanted to start it on Easter, this is kind of what I had in my stash at the time. So this is what I have. More chocolate bunnies. Hope you like that. So I actually did get a little bit of haul, I guess you could say, but it's not really new patterns or anything like that. So you may have remembered I was talking about hand dyeing my linen for the Long Dog Samplers Pandemic Sampler. So here is my piece of hand dyed linen that I did myself. You can see the modeling in it. I used RIT dye in tan. And I used the pickle jar method that Karla being Crafty did. So here is my fabric. If you remember me talking on the last video, kind of after I showed the fabric, I had purchased like 30 skeins. I had purchased like 30 skeins of DMC 69. Remember this? The terracotta that I was going to use. For the pandemic sampler. Okay, so this was my original plan to use for the pandemic sampler by Long Dog Samplers. Well, I was watching a YouTube video last weekend, or that prior week. I was watching a YouTube video of somebody. It might have been Ellen Reid, the Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. Might have been her. I don't remember. But somebody was talking about doing the Long Dog Sampler using sulky thread. Since I'm using sulky thread, for more chocolate bunnies, and I'm enjoying it because you only use 1 ply of this for your stitching, because 1 ply of the sulky thread is about 2 plies of DMC thread. I went online to Amazon, and the person I was watching said that they were using the sulky blendables thread for their sampler, and I'm like, yeah. And whoever it was, said that they ordered two 330-yard spools, 2 330-yard spools of the Sulky's blendable thread. Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. You need about 400 yards of thread, you guys. This is probably overkill. But I was like, okay, and this would be really pretty on the fabric. You know, this is terracotta. This is DMC number 69. It's their variegated floss. It's number 69. Terracotta. This would be really pretty. And this is probably overkill because there's about 30 skeins of floss here. I didn't calculate it. I just, you know, I went to 2 different Hobby Lobbies and bought everything they had in this color. So I have a ton of 69 now. And I went on to Amazon and I bought 2 spools of Sulky 12 weight blendable thread, because the Sulky that you want to use for stitching, for cross stitching, is the 12 weight. Yeah, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but it's called Sulky Petites 12 weight. You see that? 12 WT up at the top. Sulky 12 weight cotton petites. Okay. Now, I got the 2 spools of Sulky threads earlier this week. And the color that I got, I believe this is called Merlot. Here in the video, it was looking more brown. I don't know if this will help. I will try. Yeah, that makes it look brown. It's not brown. It's red, like wine. It's kind of like wine. Merlot. This is color number 4067. 4067. There you go. This thread is made in Italy. 7134067. So, wait for it, you guys. Compared to, ding. Yeah, see, up against each other, this is actually more reddish, brick red, brownish, and this is more of a wine color. You can kind of see the difference. But yeah, I am going to be stitching Pandemic, Long Dog Samplers Pandemic, in Sulky's blendable 12 weight cotton thread in Merlot on my hand dyed fabric. Let me turn this off. Sorry about that. So, in this, it looks a little more brown. This is actually like a wine red, wine reddish purple red. I think it's going to look spectacular. I'm hoping to get more chocolate bunnies done this week. That's my goal, because I have until the 31st or Friday. I have until this coming Friday to finish my WIPGO square. And this is going to be my July 29th new start for the leap year new starts. New start, July 29th. Long Dog Samplers Pandemic. Sulky Threads Merlot. Hand dyed 28 count. Yes, 28 count. This is the hand dyed fabric from Hobby Lobby that I got. The 30 by 36 inch. Because you need something that big for Pandemic. And I believe if I calculated right, I'm stitching this over 2. so it's more like 14 count. But because I hand dyed the fabric, it's also changed the size of the fabric to a degree. This is very soft to me. I have a feeling I'm really going to like it a lot. So looking forward to that. This is for Long Dog Pandemic. Other than that, I really have nothing else to show you. You've seen all my updates. Everything is going good. I met today with my bell choir director at church. I've been playing handbells since probably 1996 when my husband and I got married. The church that we got married in, they had just started a handbell choir. They had just purchased a set of handbells. And part of my joining the church after getting married there was that I was going to join the bell choir. And up until then, I had no experience reading music. I had never played an instrument. I had no musical background whatsoever. And then I started to play handbells. And I've been in handbells pretty much ever since 1996. I did a stint for a very short time, and I hated it as the bell choir director for the church we got married in. Hated it. Not a bell choir director. I'm not a director. Can't read music worth a lick. Well, I can read my music, but I can't tell you what the key signature is. I can't tell you. I could tell you something doesn't sound quite right, but I couldn't tell you where it sounded quite right. It didn't sound quite right, and stuff like that. Had no experience picking music. Nothing. So, yeah. I, back in 2014 is when I kind of quit being a director. Thank God. All I want to do is play handbells. Anyway, so the pastor that married us moved to a church closer to my house. So I went there, joined that church, joined that bell choir, and the bell choir director and I have been really good friends ever since then. She's a great lady. She has a lot of great ideas. She's a crafter just like me, so we hit it off pretty well. And she contacted me this weekend because through the pandemic, we haven't been meeting at church, and we haven't been practicing. So we were supposed to do a performance piece for Easter Sunday, which for us didn't happen. So we have been no bells. We've not been playing bells on Thursday nights, our normal practice night. We haven't been playing bells because of the whole COVID thing. And she contacted me yesterday. She's like, hey, would you be interested in learning how to play a duet? Okay, I've never solo rang bells. I've never played a duet. It's always been in the back of my mind to do so. And in December or January, somewhere around there, a local bell ringing group was holding open auditions. And I went because I was like, well, I can play bells. I was a fish out of water. They were so much more advanced skill-wise in handbell ringing than I could ever hope to be. I messed up the audition. It was a good eye-opening experience because now I know what I don't know. But yeah, needless to say, I didn't make the cut for the group, which is fine with me because some of them were hoity-toity and a little fussy, and was like, yeah, I wouldn't have enjoyed playing with them anyway. And I'm the type of person, I can figure out my part pretty easy, but to switch to have like 5 different stations that you're playing for like 30 pieces of music or even more, yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to do it. So anyway, the bell director also went to the tryouts with me. She's like, I'm really impressed that you decided to try out. And I was like, I was scared to death because, I did really good when I picked up the bells that I could play, but they were just so much more advanced that I'm technically still a beginner, even though I've been playing since 1996. Because I'm not a sight reader. I don't read music by sight. I have no training. I have no skills. The only training that I have is bell playing at church. And Yeah. So anyway, so I was really happy that she kind of reached out to me to ask me yesterday if I'd be interested in playing duets with her. Basically, I don't know if it's going to be that we record ourselves playing the music together and it's video, it's played by video. Sorry about that. My eye is like watering really bad, you guys. Hold on just a minute, please. Okay, sorry about that, you guys. But anyway, she contacted me yesterday, asked me if I'd be interested in playing a duet. Because I've told her throughout this whole COVID thing, we were going to try and have rehearsals start back up in June. And she only got response from like 4 or 5 people. And a couple of those people were like, I don't know if I really want to get together and practice handbells. We could easily socially distance. Everybody would have their own music. Yeah, it could be done, right? We'd all be wearing masks and whatnot for practice. We tried recording some music in March after the shutdown happened. And, we were each coming in individually. We were playing the music and she was recording each of us individually with the hopes of putting us all together to make a piece. And you could see each one of us playing our own little pieces. We each had sections of the song. But the video just wasn't quite there. We were playing slightly different, so it was kind of muddied. It was hard for her to edit, and it just didn't work out the way we were hoping. So anyway, I was like, well, I've never played a duet. I've never played solo. You know that my sight reading, although I've improved since I've joined her bell choir, because I no longer have to mark my music, which is really good. And I can kind of jump in as long as I am able to figure out which bell is what. I have a hair. Ugh, sorry. I could figure out which bell is what, then I can kind of figure out where I'm at in the song and play those bells. I showed up today and I was a little scared, but she picked a piece. We are doing a shaker piece, actually, called "'Tis the Gift to Be Simple." Traditional shaker melody. So, without showing you the music, this is what we're doing. I have the music with me because I kind of want to practice. "'Tis the gift to be simple." This is the piece that we're playing, at least that we worked on today. And I've got my hands on like 10 bells, you guys. 10 bells. 10 bells! I'm playing 10 bells. It's kind of amazing for me. But yeah, so I'm learning she's actually working with me to teach me how to duet play for handbells. So that is a good thing. I have a good thing coming. And her and I were going to get together every Sunday, hopefully after church, and kind of work this out. Hopefully sometime in August or September we'll be able to play our piece for everybody. I'm looking forward to it. My first duet is kind of interesting. So I guess in COVID, you can learn something new under a pandemic situation. So yeah, anyway, that's something new for me. You guys probably aren't interested in that, but I'm just very glad to be back to ringing bells again. If you never heard a handbell concert, it's really different music. It's really kind of cool. You can do a lot of things with handbells. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. It's 38. This video is a little over 38 minutes long. And that's all I have for you stitchy-wise. I'll have to insert the pictures that I can and kind of go from there. I was going to show you a picture of something that I'm looking for from the Cross Stitch and Country Crafts magazine. It was one of the old magazines back from 1991. It was the Christmas issue where they were showing the winners of their ornament. I am looking for that ornament flyer from the November-December 1991 Cross Stitch and Country Crafts, I believe it is. I'm looking for that leaflet that they produced. The magazine is no longer in print, so I can't contact the magazine to get a copy of their leaflet. So if anybody happens to have the ornament leaflet from the November-December Cross Stitch and Country Crafts 1991 Christmas ornament contest, please get in touch with me. I'd really like a copy of it, and I'll pay you for it. So, yeah, that's kind of my unicorn right now that I have. Anyway, that's all I've got for you today. I'm not sure when my next video will be up. So if you, until my next video, just keep on keeping on, because that's all we can do. Stay healthy. Wear your masks, people. Masks are very important. Yes, I'm saying this every video because it is very important. I wore my mask playing bells today in a stuffy room in the basement. So wear your dang masks, please. All right, so that's all I have for you today. Take care. Until next time, we'll see you soon. Bye.